Well, y'all remember from yesterday, my little wild violets? Well, yeah, somebody else did too. And she says, "Hey, you got any wild violets?" I'm like, "Sure I have. You know I do. You just watched the video." I've got a lot of these, and these are so beautiful. They're so tiny and so beautiful. I can't get enough of these little things. Every spring, these I look for, and I've got lots of them here, and so I'm so happy to share these with her. And so we're gonna get in here and in the dirt and dig these out. You ain't got to see it on camera, but these are just gorgeous plants, and I'm gonna give her a bunch set up out there. Well, here's a sign of things to come. You see my little frog right there. It's gonna be jumpy. It won't let me get close. That's the second one I've seen out here. Oh, there it went. Down in the aquaponics pond. I got another one in there. They're fixing to start making new tadpoles. I'm excited. Yeah, along with my little aquaponics area that I started up last year. The other thing that I'm just extremely excited about is my hugelkultur grow beds. And even though this doesn't have the wood in the bottom, it's got wood just saturated, mixed in with the soil, the native topsoil here. And most of that is rotted wood that's already almost soil itself. But what I'm seeing is there's a lot of fans out there of the Sunchokes and people that's wanting to grow them from themselves. I can't recommend them highly enough. Now, we just had our last frost, what's hopefully going to be our last frost. But on the horizon, somebody had sent out a message that we may have another frost on the 14th or the 15th, and it wouldn't surprise me. We have a lot of stuff. And this is April. Today's April the 4th, and these Sunchokes, I planted these in here about a month and a half ago, something like that. And so here on April the 4th, excuse me, out of 24 official little sticks that I've got here, where I know that I've got them planted, out of 24 of those, I've got 15 showing right now. 15 Sunchokes have busted up over the ground, so I made it over halfway, which is wonderful. I still have these few left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 and 15. What was 11 and 15? That's like 26. I don't know. But it's, I've got some here that I put in on this side that don't necessarily have a stick. So we'll see if anything comes up there. But I wanted to show you this one here before I take up the stick. It's kind of funny. Got these little markers. The sticks and the markers are helping me not take that foot, that big 12.5 foot there, and plant it down on one of these little guys. But look here. The Sunchoke that's under here has decided to grow up and around this stick, and it's coming up on both sides. So I'm gonna I'm almost tempted to leave that there. I hate to disturb it. I think I will. I think I'm gonna leave that there. But it's got a little marker here. Now this one is poking its head up right here. And so we're gonna leave a marker there, pull up the stick. That red really lets me help see what these things are doing. Oh, this is the one. This is the one that threw off my number there. I think so. Yep. Because that one had a choke. I just hadn't taken it up yet. And that one too. So yeah, it's still 24. That would be 15 and 9. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I may have the other ones coming up here. I don't know. But even if all of them don't come up, it'll be okay. The spacing in here, that what these sunchokes are doing, they're going to have a full growing opportunity. They are going to just explode up underneath the soil, I hope, and fill up everything in here. And then they'll be spreading, and that's going to be a great thing. I'll have more of these to plant out next year, and more to share in the fall, hopefully, if everything goes right. And I've got 2 more sunchoke beds to put in. One is probably a variety just about like this, same thing, just came from a different person that I shared with, so maybe have slightly different genetics. We'll plant those separately, and I've got some red fuchsia sunchokes that I'm going to put over in a separate area too, try to give them some distance so we don't have a lot of cross-pollination. And they're in the greenhouse already coming up, and I've got to get them out here. But we got spring here now, and like I said, it's wide open as a case knife. So I've got dry weather that I'm fixing to start putting soil in. My strawberries over here are doing fantastic. They always do, always do. I've got a lot of things on the plans now. But one thing I'm going to do is, you know, I took y'all on a tour, a little quick tour, and showed you some of the things. Showed you about the stinky, the compost tea. Well, there's another friend of mine that makes a slightly more tame version of that. And I think it's all of these different ways have got their place. We all do so many kinds of gardening. We all have great ideas, and all of these ideas I'd love to bring to you, because what works for one won't work for the other, and variations on all these things. It's just incredible what we can share with each other. But a lady named Kara Hallman out there, they've got a homestead here in Alabama, and I'll put a link to her Facebook page and let you see what's going on out there. And they've got a great property out there, very large property in comparison to mine. And they make something called weed tea. It's basically compost tea, but it's not aged as long. And so they're able to make this weed tea and use it more directly on the garden without having to worry about diluting it. It's a faster thing that's not as concentrated, and they use it quite liberally out there on their plants, and it does a great job. And that may be appealing to someone. You know, basically turning your, it's like David the Good says, you know, compost your enemies. I love his channel. Y'all should check out David the Good. Just amazing. And I've got, if you can look up through there, now, thank God, I'm kind of ashamed to show you behind me, but you can see all the weeds. Nature catching up to me once again. She don't like to be naked. Well, I'm going to take all of these, all of the wonderful little weeds that she got. I'm going to start making compost tea again, and some weed tea, you know, the milder version of it, and just straight compost with some of it. Just let it rot down and start applying. And, you know, this is where it starts getting crazy. We've got so much we want to grow. And I think that I'm done with the frost protection. But what I did is just made a stringer out of those, so it's a little better organized than just throwing them around. Just put a string on them, boom, like a string of fish. And I'll haul them back out if I need to. My little bean over there, it's doing good. It's waiting for, I guess, more heat. And it's going to have it. Pretty soon this place is going to be exploding with everything that I've got planted. Everything I got to get out of the greenhouse and starting to grow. But, you know, I do know that there's a lot of people interested in these sunchokes, so I'm giving y'all this update. And pretty soon you'll have updates on a lot of other things. And I hope y'all are out there growing. I've got some neat things coming. One thing I'm going to share with you, it'll probably be today or tomorrow. It's going to be something I'm very excited about. But I would love to see everybody, leaving their comments and their likes. But tell me what you're doing. Are you out there growing and getting ready so that you can produce more of your own food and become more self-sustainable, more independent, more healthy for your children and your family and yourself with what you're growing? I'd love to hear from you. Anyhow, y'all know I'm long-winded, and so I'm going to let it go here. And y'all have a great day, and I look forward to bringing you back something soon. And I look forward to y'all being there and connecting with me. So y'all have a great day. It's springtime. Let's do what we can while we're in this staycation 2020 and do something for ourselves. Y'all be good. We'll see you later.